Katie. A couple weeks ago, I did a Q&A, and I mentioned in that Q&A that you guys asked me such unique questions that I kind of thought I might do a part 2 to that Q&A. So, can you guess what today's video is? I'm going to be doing another Q&A today. I have so many questions on my phone. If you guys ever want to be part of a future Q&A or any of my polls or anything that has to do with more like asking for topic suggestions or just asking you guys questions about my daily life, go follow me on Instagram. It's just Katie Carney over there. But yeah, these questions were from a few weeks ago, but you guys just asked so many awesome questions that I wasn't going to put them all in one video because that video would have been 8 hours long. And I don't think that you guys would have been interested in 8 hours of this. So anyway, we're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna answer some of your questions, and that's what a Q&A is. So let's get into the video, but subscribe first. Just subscribe. It'll take you like 2 seconds, and then you can see my face more. Please subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell, and just go follow me on Instagram as well, because more Katie is more Katie. Okay, now let's jump into a Q&A. Okay, let's see. Okay. Nina asked, do you like to ski? I've actually never skied before. I've never skied, I've never snowboarded. I have no desire to do so. I don't really like the cold, and so I don't want to be outside doing an activity in the cold. And also, I would break all the bones in my body. Like, I cannot go on a trampoline without spraining my ankle. So skiing, for me, it would probably not be a good idea. So no, I've never done it. Would I actually try it? Maybe, but I don't really have an interest in doing it, honestly. Like, it just does not appeal to me. Oh, Carolina. First of all, that's such a pretty name. If you were an animal, what would you be? Probably a bird. I don't know what kind of bird, but probably a bird. I like the idea of just like flying around and going wherever you want. But do I have to eat worms? I guess if you're a bird, it's not gross. So yeah, I think I'd be a bird. Maybe I'd be like a seagull on the beach, so I'd like be eating other people's snacks. That would probably be me. Ooh, Laura asked, if you get a new car, what color would you like it to be? I've gotten asked what kind of car I would want, but I don't think I've ever been asked what color I would want it to be. My car right now is blue, and I like having a blue car because most cars are black or silver, or like a dark color, or like one of those like neutrally, maybe white. And I like having a color that stands out a little bit because it makes it easier to find my car, because I'm one of those people that I'll park at Target, or I'll park at Whole Foods, or I'll park anywhere, and I will not for the life of me remember where I parked. And so having a hatchback and having it be blue makes it easier for me to find my car. So maybe blue again, something that stands out. When I was younger, I wanted to pinstripe my car because I was a real big Yankee fan when I was younger, thinking about pinstriping my car, but something that stands out. So maybe blue again, or something like that. Oh, all right. Jesse asked, what are your top 3 pet peeves? A lot of driving ones, like people who don't use blinkers. Like, it's a team sport, guys. It's a team sport. People who don't have, what word? What word am I thinking of right now? Can anyone guess what word I'm thinking of? Because where's the word? Integrity. Oh my goodness, that was gonna really bother me. People who don't have integrity. Like, if you say something and then the next day, like, you don't do, like, people who don't have integrity bothers me. And then my third, I'm sure I have a lot of pet peeves, but I think my biggest pet peeve, honestly, is when people don't use blinkers. I think that's one of the biggest ones. It real bothers me. Jenna asked, where's most of your money spent, even when you're trying to save besides food? Clothes and makeup. Clothes and makeup, like, for sure. And I don't even mean shoes or purses or anything like that. Like, I just mean clothes, like tops and bottoms, and makeup. For sure. I like makeup and I like clothes, but I'm doing a no-buy for November. So if you guys are interested, follow me on Instagram. And I also have a no-buy Instagram, so we can like share our struggles of not buying anything in November. But the way that I'm doing it, I'll explain it in a different video. I don't know if that video is getting posted before or after this one, but I'm still gonna buy food, and I'm still gonna buy like Christmas presents for my friends and my family, but I'm not gonna buy clothes and makeup and skincare and shoes and stuff for myself. So if you want to join, like if you're like, yo, I need to save a little bit of money, and you just have like 1 or 2 areas or 5 or 6 areas of your life that you're like, I want to save money on those areas, go follow me on Instagram. We can talk about it more if you want to do a no-buy with me. Jess asked if I'm a true crime junkie or no. I am not. No, I don't watch the true crime stuff really. Mel asked, what's the most unusual bug that you've seen while traveling? So first of all, you guys know that I am terrified of bugs, but the weirdest one that I've ever seen, I don't even know if it's technically while I was traveling, because it was when I was living in Nashville like 9 years ago. It was the summer that there was like the really big cicada outburst. I think it's like every like 20 or 30 years or something, all the cicadas come out in the summer, like a lot of them. Like you cannot drive with your windows open because they will smack you in the face. And it was a very weird time in life. Like, cause they were out for like a month and like you literally like had to watch where you were going because they were just everywhere. And they're pretty beautiful bugs. I'm just gonna be honest. There's a lot of different colors and whatever. But when I was driving once, I didn't realize I shouldn't have the window open and one literally smacked me in the face while I was driving. So I don't really want that to happen. But it was probably just the weirdest like bug time of my life, was the big cicada outburst of like 2011, I think it was, or 12. There were a lot of cicadas, like a lot. They were everywhere. They're everywhere. It was crazy. So someone asked, you ever think about taking out your passenger seat? No. I like my car being a car, and I fit in it fine without taking it out. So no, I've actually like never ever thought about it or doing any sort of like changes in my car in terms of like permanent or like mechanical types of like taking out a seat or anything like that. Like, no, I don't have any issues doing that. Jennifer asked, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? Just doing something that God wants me to do. That's all it is. That's really all I can hope for my future. I don't care what it is. It's just that whatever is best that God wants me to do, that's going to fulfill me, and that's going to help me help other people, and that's good for the greater good. So yeah, that's all I hope to be doing. Erica, tacos or pizza? Pizza. Yeah. Dale asked, have you ever been to a rave? I don't think so. I don't think I would like that. I think I would get real anxious and then just like go run into a corner. Like, I don't think I would like that. I think that would be a little bit too much for me. Oh, Erica asked, chocolate or fruity candy? Fruity candy. Like, I like chocolate, but I love like gummy worms and like soury kind of candies. I love those. All right, someone asked, Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. Are you going to be mad at me if I say I've never seen or read or I don't know anything about either of those things? Like at all. Please don't unsubscribe. Please stick with me. But if we're talking about movies, honestly, Big Daddy is the only movie that I care about. And then are they both books or is just one of them? I don't know. But also, yeah, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm just not really into that kind of stuff. Cassie asked, favorite superhero? Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man. Love him. Heather asked, did you ever listen to Hanson back in the day? Okay. First of all, yes. 100% I listened to Hanson. My best friend growing up, Colleen, if you're watching this, hi. Colleen was obsessed with Hanson. She was obsessed with Hanson. And so when we were like, Colleen, how old were we? Like 9 or something, we made a board game that was all about Hanson. And so it was just kind of like you roll like a dice and then you go a couple spaces or whatever and then you pick a card. But we created all the cards to like ask questions about Hanson. So like we already knew all the answers. But like we made a Hanson board game. Colleen and I, oh man. So yeah, like I did like Hanson, but Colleen loved Hanson. I don't remember how old we were. Maybe we were like 13. That seems too old. Maybe not. I don't remember. But we were kids and yeah. Oh, Hanson. Yeah. Oh man, that's so funny. McKenna asked, how did you and David meet? So David's my best friend. I'm staying with him right now at his house in Nashville. And David and I met through YouTube actually. Like a little over a year ago, he messaged me on Instagram because he said he watched my YouTube videos and we became best friends. Like we just immediately became best friends. And David's like the coolest person in the world. He used to write for Friends. He was like a junior writer for season 6 and he wrote the story for the episode in season 6 where Ross is dating his student and the student's dad is Bruce Willis and the three of them and Rachel go out to dinner. Do you guys remember that episode? David wrote that episode. Like if you watch that episode in the beginning, it'll say story by David Lagana. So David's like the coolest person in the world. And now he's vice president of Billy Corgan's wrestling company. So David's just like the coolest person that I've ever known and for some reason wants to be my best friend. So yeah, so I've real lucked into that one. Yeah, he's the best. So but yeah, we met through YouTube, which is super cool. Oh, Madison asked, if you could only listen to one band or artist for the rest of your life, who would you choose? I would either choose the Reign of Kindo or the Beatles, I think. Yeah, I don't like that question though. It's too hard. That's too hard. So it's a good question because it kind of stumped me. But I think it would either be the Reign of Kindo or the Beatles. I honestly might say the Reign of Kindo. I think they may have changed their name to Kindo now. I'm not sure. But anyway, Jen asked, what's the strangest dream that you've ever had? I've had some shocking ones, LOL. So I actually am one of those people who has nightmares all the time. And so I've had some real weird nightmares, but one of the first dreams that I remember having that like stands out to me, I think I was like 5 when I had this dream. I mean, it was a nightmare. I was at the post office with my mom and maybe my brother as well. And like they left me there, and the post office was on like a little corner. And I was like standing at the corner, and wolves, but like people dressed as wolves, started walking towards me from either side. And then I think I woke up, but did not like that dream. But I have weird dreams all the time. But that's like the first weird dream I remember having, and I was like 5. Julia asked, favorite city weather-wise? LA, I guess. Someone asked, which part do you wash first in the shower? If I'm washing my hair, which I only wash my hair a couple times a week, then I wash my hair first. I'll like wash my hair, condition my hair, and then wash my face and wash my body. But then if I'm not washing my hair, I just wash my face first, and then like, I kind of just go down, I think, but I wash my face first. Would you rather learn to sail or learn to fly? Asked by Lindsay. Probably learn to sail. Solely because I don't love flying and it makes me motion sick. And so learning to fly sounds incredible, but I just would get motion sick a lot. So even though it sounds cooler to me, I don't think I would enjoy it as much because I just get sick. But sailing sounds really cool, but I've never actually really thought about learning to sail. But I did learn how to row, like crew team row. I took crew team rowing lessons technically a few years ago, maybe like 5 years ago in San Diego, because I wanted to do something that was like active and like exercisey, but I didn't really want to go to a gym. And so I found rowing lessons online and I took them, and it was really cool to like learn how to row. And so I do really like being on the water. So I think taking sailing lessons, I'd probably prefer over flying lessons. But honestly, I think both would sound cool. And especially if I can kind of get my motion sick under control, taking flying lessons sounds cool. Someone asked, can I set you up on a blind date with a friend of mine? Yeah, sure. Guess so. So someone asked, this is a really good question. With limited space, what do you do as you accumulate things that you buy? And so again, really the things that I like buying are clothes and like makeup and some skincare and stuff like that. And honestly, I really take space into consideration. And so I don't have a lot of jackets or like big bulky things. And then when I buy some new things, honestly, sometimes I have to get rid of old things in terms of giving it away or selling them or something like that. But usually, yeah, if I'm buying new things, it's either because I found space in the car or because I'm getting rid of other things. Someone asked, would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality? A 6 with an amazing personality. Well, because to be fair, how I see this is if someone has an amazing personality, I'm going to see them as a 10 anyway. Even if their looks might not be like universally a 10, I would probably still think they're a 10 if I think that they're like super incredible and kind and love Jesus and are super funny. I would probably think that their looks are even higher than they might be to someone else. That makes sense? If you're funny and if you're kind and all that kind of stuff, you get more attractive. But in terms of like a 10 to everyone else or a 6 to everyone else, I'd rather date the 6 because I'm sure I think he's a 10. Someone asked if you've ridden a horse. Do you want to hear how bougie I was as a child? Are you ready for this? When I was like 5, for my birthday party, my mom rented a pony for us to ride around the backyard. And it was like incredible. And then when I was like 7 or 8, my mom rented a horse and buggy, like a horse and carriage, because I grew up on a very like not busy street. Like we were able to learn how to ride our bikes on the street. And so she got a horse and carriage that rode us up and down the street. And it was so bougie, so bougie, but it was incredible. And those were like I didn't have like a sweet 16. I didn't have like really big birthday parties when I was older, but I had a couple when I was younger that were really, really cool like that. But besides that, in terms of actually riding a horse, no, I've never done that. But I've been on a horse and buggy, and I rode a pony around my backyard when I was really young. So I did those things. It was so fun. But I've never like actually gone horseback riding. No, I've never done that. Stephanie asked, would you ever get a dog? What's the ideal breed? I would get a German Shepherd. Hands down, like hands down. Like if I ever do live in a house or get married or whatever, literally I would only get married if my husband was okay having a German Shepherd because I grew up with one and I love German Shepherds and like that's what I want. I love them. Love them, love them. Stephanie asked, eye makeup or lipstick? I was gonna say lipstick, but then I was like, no, but I really like wearing mascara. But in terms of like eyeshadow or lipstick, I'd rather lipstick. But mascara or lipstick, I guess mascara. I think it makes me look a little bit more like awake. So I think mascara, but that's difficult. Wow. Caitlin just asked, would you rather stop traveling and be with Will Smith or forget Will Smith and continue to travel? How do you want me to answer this? I don't know how to answer this question. Well, first of all, he's married. So are we talking about like if he's single and like we're gonna get married? But then I would never get to travel ever again, or I would just like have to move into a house and then like travel with him. Because then I would choose that. I love Will Smith. He was my first crush when I was 5. Him and Zach Morris. We've talked about this so many times. I think if I had to stop traveling alone and I couldn't live in my car anymore, but I got to marry Will Smith because he is not married right now, then I might do that. Maybe. But if it was like I could never travel and I had to stay inside of a house the rest of my life, but I got to be with Will Smith and like I couldn't even travel with him, I couldn't do anything, then I might not choose that one. That's a hard question. How dare you ask that? Diane asked, what personality type on the Myers-Briggs personality test are you? I am an ENTP. Yeah, that's it. Dawn asked, what is Katie short for? Catherine, Katherine. Catherine Mary Carney is my real name. Super official. Catherine Carney is so official. Like Catherine Mary, very official. Katie Carney is just like, hey, that's me. I'm wearing a cow shirt. Would you prefer perfect health or perfect body? Perfect health. Yeah. Like, yeah. Or just even better health. Yeah. Dawn asked, would you ever get laser eye surgery? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know why I haven't really thought about it. Because nowadays, like, it's not super dangerous. It's not crazy expensive, especially when you're thinking about how often you get contacts and glasses and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like really put a lot of thought into it, but I think I would. Yeah. Elizabeth asked, have you ever worn a face mask while driving? No. That'd be so funny though. But no, like especially like a bright green one or something would be very funny, but no. Jackie asked, do you squeeze the toothpaste tube from the top or the bottom? So I will squeeze it from like the middle, and then when it gets really low, I'll start squeezing it from the bottom. Jackie asked, would you prefer to be buried or cremated? I'm gonna need a mausoleum that I just stay fully like intact in a coffin above ground, because being buried and being cremated both are, I don't want either. I don't want either. So I need to just be out somewhere, like covered, but like not underground and not cremated. Nah, I don't like that those are like our options. I don't like that. I know we'll be dead, but still, I don't like it. Someone asked, you miss having your own Christmas tree during the holidays? No, I'm not really big on holidays. We've talked about that a couple times. Not really big on holidays, so I don't really miss having a tree or anything, no. Oh, someone asked, you dread less daylight in the winter? Yes. Yes. I hate it. I hate it. Well, I dislike it intensely. Someone asked, have you ever ate snails, or would you ever? I haven't. I don't think I would. I had 2 pet snails when I was younger, and for like a week, and then I remember looking at the tank once and one was not there anymore. Like, where would it have gone? Well, I don't know where it went, but a snail got out. It's probably still in the house. I have no idea. It was like 25 years ago. Someone asked, what was your first concert? Technically, my first like seeing music outside somewhere was probably my dad. My dad's a musician, so it was probably my dad. And then besides that, it was probably honestly some like Beatles cover band or something with my family growing up. But then my first concert that I went to with like me and my friends was something corporate in 2004 at Toad's Place in Connecticut. I love something corporate. Love anything Andrew McMahon does. Perfect. Someone asked my shoe size. I'm a 5.5 or a 6. I have very little feet and very small hands. I don't know if you can tell, but they're very small. Best flavor of yogurt. I like strawberry banana yogurt. And I get, I don't really eat a lot of dairy besides cheese, so I'll get like coconut or cashew yogurt. I literally had some today. I had some coconut milk, strawberry banana yogurt. Love it. Ooh, favorite popcorn flavor. Like a lot of butter. I also do really like caramel popcorn or kettle corn. Oh, kettle corn is so good. But I don't love eating popcorn. I love the taste and the crunch of popcorn. I love it. But getting kernels stuck in my teeth, I don't know if anything's worse than that. Honestly, I really don't. I think that's the worst thing that could ever happen to a human being is getting kernels stuck in your teeth. Once I had one in my gum for like 2 or 3 days. It was a nightmare. It was the worst. So I don't really eat a lot of popcorn anymore because I hate how it feels getting the kernels stuck in my teeth or in my gums. I hate it, but I do love it. And I love a lot of butter, and kettle corn's real good. Some of the sweet, I like the sweet and salty, you know? Someone asked, what's the dish you make the best? I'm not a great cook. Like, I mean, you know, making a frozen pizza or frozen chicken nuggets don't count. So in terms of like actually making food, eggs. It's kind of like the only thing like I actually like making. And I like making like grilled veggies, or maybe not grilled, like sauteed veggies. I like doing that too. Robin asked, do you feel there's a stigma with you living in your car? Yeah, there is. I think there's a stigma for any alternative lifestyle that people choose. But if you know that it's good for you and it's not hurting anyone else, then, you know, we can't let the stigma bother us, and we can only do something about potentially helping the stigma, or, you know, obviously not letting it bother us, but also if there's any way to lessen it in general, like when we talk about mental health, I want to lessen that stigma, you know? Yeah, I think there is a stigma, but I definitely don't let that one bother me because I like sitting in my car, it's comfortable. Someone asked, who does your eyebrows? I do. They're very drawn on right now, but I do my own eyebrows. I think I used to get them waxed when I was like 16 or something, or like 20, but I have not gotten my eyebrows done in at least 10 years. I just like pluck them and draw them in and do all that stuff by myself. What's the most useless talent you have? I can mildly juggle, like mildly. Okay, battery died, just changed it. Don't know if the angle is completely different, but we're back. Someone asked, do you have storage somewhere, or is everything you own in the car? Everything I own is in my car. There are some things like, oh, my old yearbooks and stuff like that that are at my mom's. But honestly, like, even if I bought a house tomorrow and moved into that, they'd probably still be at my mom's. There are just some things that, you know, like you keep at your mom's or something like that. But they're not necessarily storage. Like if all the things that are at my mom's disappeared today, I wouldn't really care. They're just things that like I grew up with that are just kind of still there, or that my mom likes to have around, or things like that. But everything that like I own and I purchased and whatever is in my car. And I do not have like actual storage somewhere else. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching another Q&A. And I like to do these maybe once a month or so. So again, if you want to be involved in them, go follow me on Instagram, because that's where I ask you guys what questions you want me to answer. And make sure that you're subscribed so that you can see future Q&As and just future videos on my channel if you're interested. But I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.